Welcome back to Elite Biology. Welcome back to the channel. I hope if it has been educative. I trust we're making progress. So this is the third part. So let's get to work. Specimen J. Specimen J is dry humus in a beaker. Specimen K is moist humus in a beaker. I racked my head to think about the likely question that can come out from this, and I came to a conclusion that the question will revolve around the two of them. It will revolve around specimen J and K. It's going to revolve around the two of them. So I simply mapped out the difference between two of them. Yes. And we're going to look at the difference between dry humus and wet humus. Okay. Number one, dry humus contains little or no nutrients, while wet humus or moist humus contains high nutrients. Okay. Number two, dry humus is light brown in color, while wet or moist humus is dark brown in color. Number three, dry humus contains no water, while moist humus contains water. That's why it's moist, obviously. Dry humus will be light in weight, while wet humus will be heavy. So that's basically the differences. If it was clay, sandy, loamy that was put in the question, in the Waec practical, I will guess they are talking about water capacity, water retaining capacity. But humus, for now, I believe that this should be the closest thing. Yeah, so this is, I don't know it all, of course, but I'm guessing that it should be, the differences that should be focused on. Yeah. So specimen L, we have a matured ripe orange whole. Yes, if you remember the material that was given, you have razor blade, scalpel, or knife. I'm guessing the knife is designed for cutting, of course, is to cut the orange in a transect section so you can inspect the internal parts. So what you have in front of you is the transect section of a ripe orange, and you can see the labeling. We have the epicap, the outer layer, then we have the next is the fleshy mesocap, then inside we have the fleshy endocaps, then we have the seed. Okay, so if you are asked the features of orange, you can say it has fleshy pericarp, that's exocap, mesocap, endocap, they are all fleshy. The placentation is axial, it's axial, okay? Yeah. And of course, the economic importance of orange, source of income, source of food, source of vitamin, it serves as foreign exchange. Oh, I apologize, I'm very sorry, I skipped something. I skipped a part in the humus. Please forgive me for that conundrum. I apologize. The economic importance of humus. Let me emphasize on that. It contains, number one, it contains many useful nutrients for healthy soil. Number two, useful for agricultural purposes. Number three, used for crop cultivation. And number four, is rich in nitrogen. Okay, I'm really, really sorry about that. Okay, so let's continue. I know you've forgiven me. All right, so let's continue. So we are done with specimen L, ripe orange. So please just keep it in mind that everything that makes up an orange is fleshy. They have fleshy epicap, fleshy mesocap, and endocap, and there's many seeded. Okay, it's dispersed by animals. The class of fruit, it's a berry. It's a berry. Okay, and it's a true fruit. So we go to specimen M now. Specimen M, that is the longitudinal section of a coconut fruit. Okay, I tried my best to draw it as best as possible. Pardon me if it's looking awkward. So in front of us we have the exocap, we have the fibrous mesocap, we have the stony endocap, and we have the endosperm. Now I believe, in fact I'm very, very sure that Waec is going to ask you to compare, to differentiate between specimen L, the matured orange, and specimen M, the coconut. Yes, they're going to do that. Now, so we're going to do that quickly. Before that, let me talk about the class of fruits in coconut. The class of fruit is a drupe. The agent of dispersal is water. Yes, there's a likely chance they might ask you to, state the dispersal method and reason why. The reason why it's water is because it contains an air chamber to ensure flotation in water. Okay? All right, so the placentation is basal placentation. Okay? The structural features, it has dry pericarp. The mesocarp is, number 2, the mesocarp is fibrous. Number 3, endocarp is hard and stony. Okay? So let's go to the difference between coconut and orange. Number 1, coconut pericarp is dry. I said it earlier. The orange pericarp is fleshy. Yep. Number 2, coconut exocarp and mesocarp, they do not fuse to form the skin. While orange, they fuse to form the skin. Okay? The mesocarp of coconut is fibrous, while the mesocarp of orange is fleshy. The endocarp of coconut is hard, while the endocarp of orange is soft. We can go on. There are a lot of options. There are a lot of, placentation is basal, orange is axial placentation, coconut is one-seeded, and orange is many-seeded. Okay? Good. The similarities. Let's talk about the similarities. Just 2 similarities between specimen L and specimen M. Okay? Number 1, both are edible. They can both be eaten. Number 2, both have 3 layers, exocarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Okay? The economic importance of coconut, source of food, is the same with orange. Source of food, source of income, source of oil and vitamin, even carbohydrate as well. Source of foreign, it serves as a foreign exchange. Okay. So lastly, we have specimen N. That is the transect section of a chili pepper fruit. Yeah, a chili pepper fruit. So that's the diagram. If Waec asks you to draw it, it's something like this. We have the pedicel, that's the stalk. We have the seeds, there are many. The placenta, the endocarp, mesocarp, and exocarp. In fact, let me make it easy for you. It's equally the same thing. Orange is the same thing chili pepper fruit. They belong to the same class. Chili pepper fruit is equally berry. Its dispersal is animal. The placentation is axial placentation. Okay, so they might ask, Waec might either ask you to differentiate specimen M and L or specimen M and N. L is orange, N is pepper. I told you that they are both the same class of fruit, so do not be dismayed. The same structural features of orange is the same structural features of pepper. Okay, they have fleshy epicarp, pericarp. They have fleshy mesocarp. Everything is fleshy and is many-seeded, and is also axial placentation. So it's the same thing with orange, so be not dismayed. The economic importance, source of income, source of spice, source of vitamins, and it's also a foreign exchange. So that brings us to the conclusion of the Waec specimen for 2023. Yes, please, I admonish you to still read, go further and do research. We're mainly speculating. These are likely questions, so I implore you not to put all your trust in what I just told you. Please still go back and read, go back and study hard, and I wish you all an outstanding success in your upcoming exams. God bless you, and thank you very much.